Most people know Bungie for the Halo franchise, but they are older than that. Back in the 90s, they made sci-fi FPS games that were Halo's precursors, the Marathon franchise. If you hadn't heard of them before, don't feel bad. They weren't that big a hit on the PC, but if you owned a Mac in the 90s, chances are you played Marathon multiplayer on the internet. After a trilogy of hit games in the Halo franchise, Bungie wanted to do something new. That something would take everything they learned from nearly 2 decades of making online multiplayer FPS games, and inspiration from hits like Warframe, Borderlands, and even PlanetSide. Unfortunately, after parting ways with Microsoft, they got in bed with Activision. In 2014, publishers had not yet become completely irrelevant, especially if you wanted to release a game on a Sony console. Things have changed since then.
Also ship fuel?
More skepticism. Shoot them in their ridiculous helmets, analyze the results, and see for yourself.
Activision, even in 2014, didn't have the best reputation in the gaming community. They were beginning to adopt the worst practices of the mobile gaming market. Development of the first Destiny seemed rushed. The hype after the announcement was over the top. Here you have the developer of Halo working on a massively multiplayer online FPS that was a PlayStation exclusive.
Then put away your weapons and revel in your handiwork.
Asher, you are a genius.
Do not waste my time with redundant flatteries. Instead, ruminate on the result of this experiment. Wanton destruction does not equate to victory.
But it sure does feel good. Great work.
The game sold well, but many criticized it for its lack of a cohesive story narrative. Destiny 2, the inevitable sequel, would address those critiques, but it would introduce a whole set of new problems. The Eververse cash shop was heavily influenced by Activision's strategy of doubling down on exploitative mechanics to encourage microtransactions and the purchase of loot boxes.
A Glimmer mining crew.
Shut them down.
Eventually, the Battlefront 2 debacle happened,
Another site.
and suddenly those same practices and loot boxes became the focus of government investigations. Activision, like EA, doubled down and dug in their heels, refusing to give up their exploitative mechanics and money-making schemes. Those practices seemed to get worse, and people began to leave the game. This likely hurt the bottom line, and is most likely the reason why Activision stepped away. Unusually, it was a clean, even break. Bungie would be allowed to keep ownership of the IP, which was not the norm. The game made the jump from Battle.net to Steam just a few days ago. The now free-to-play re-release of Destiny 2 includes the base game and the first 2 expansions, Curse of Osiris and Warmind. Since the announcement of the breakup, Bungie has been making changes to Destiny 2 and the Eververse which have been well received by gamers. Destiny 2 is fun again. Loot is plentiful. As time goes by, I think we'll see just how much of an influence Activision had over the game's mechanics. The game is still changing, evolving, and improving. Now with Bungie going it alone on Steam, they can chart their own course. If the analytics are anything to go by, the relaunch has been an unmitigated success. I've been Mike TheZorch, the old gamer, and I'll see you next time. Hey, did you like that video? Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Check out our community on MeWe, and here's some other videos we've made.